next topic is going to be relations. இப்போ என்ன பார்த்தோம் இவ்வளோ நேரம் we were dealing about Cartesian product. Okay, so இப்போ when we are talking about relations, the particular Cartesian product is going to have some relation in between them. So for example, you have x comma y. So when we talk about relation, we somehow see that y is going to be related to x or x is going to be related to y. So this is what we are going to see in this particular example. So for example, you have a set P and you have a set Q. So P has the elements A, B, C. And Q has the elements Ali, Banu, Binoy, Chandra and Divya. Okay. So how do we usually write the Cartesian product? Cartesian product எப்படி எழுத போறோம்? We'll have A with all the elements of Q. So A Ali, A Banu, A Binoy, A Chandra and A Divya. So அதே மாதிரி I'll write B with Ali, Banu, Binoy, Chandra and Divya. I'll also write C with Ali, Banu, Binoy, Chandra and Divya. So these are going to be my Cartesian product. But in the இடத்துல என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? I see some special arrow marks. Correct? What arrow marks do I see? So here they have given us some special relation. So here I see that the letter A is linked only with Ali, which means the name Ali is starting with the letter A. Correct? So A and A are going to be clubbed together, and I see that the B is clubbed with Banu and Binoy. C is clubbed with Chandra and Divya is not clubbed with anything. Okay, so what is going to be my P cross Q for the given relation? I'm not writing the entire Cartesian product. I'm not writing A, Ali, Banu, Binoy, Chandra and Divya. I'm not going to write the entire thing, but I'm going to write what the relation is given here. What kind of a relation is given here. Okay, so now I have A, comma, Ali. So this is going to be one of the ordered pairs according to the given example. Then I'll have B, comma, Banu, comma, B, comma, Binoy, comma, C, comma, Chandra, and I do not have anything with Divya. So this is what is the relation that is given in the question. Okay, so now let's move on to definition 2. We'll learn from whatever we learned in the example. Okay, a relation R from a non-empty set A to a non-empty set B, which means A and B are non-empty, they have some element, is a subset of the Cartesian product A cross B. Correct? Then A cross B irukkiradhu dhaan A liyum B liyum irukka podhu. So A and B are going to be subsets of A cross B. Okay, the subset is derived by describing a relationship between the first element and the second element of the ordered pair. The second element is called the image of the first element. Okay, so here Ali is the image of A. Okay, the second element is going to be the image of the first element. Okay, so Ali is going to be the image. Banu is going to be the image of B. Binoy is going to be the image of B. Chandra is going to be the image of C. So basically, Y coordinate is the image of the X coordinate. Okay, so you have to understand this very clearly. So Y coordinate is going to be the image of whatever is in the X coordinate. Okay, so this is definition 2. What is definition 3? The set of all first element of the ordered pair in the relation are called the domain. Okay, so now we are going to talk about domain. So what is the domain? It is going to be all, always remember this word, all permissible elements of the relation. Okay, so when we are talking about the relation, not just the Cartesian product, not the entire Cartesian product, but we are talking about the relation. So all permissible elements of the relation in the X coordinate. Okay, in the X coordinate. So what are my domain here? I'm going to color it. So domain is going to be all the first elements. So A, B, B, C are going to be my domain. So in that domain enna irukapodhu, it is going to be A, B, C. So it is going to be P oda elements. Okay, so this is going to be my domain. Now, what is a range? They have given range here and codomain here. Let's see what a range is. The second of all the elements in a relation R from set A to set B is called the range. So abhina anartham, we are talking about range now. So what is a range? Range is going to be all permissible elements of the relation in Y coordinate. Okay, abhina anartham, I'm going to color it in a different color. So range is going to be all the second elements which are in the relation. Okay, so range la enna elements irukku podhu? Range will have, what are the elements of range? It is going to be Ali, Banu, Binoy, and Chandra. So these are going to be my elements of the range. Okay, இப்போ codomain na enna? What is a codomain? What is a codomain? The whole set B is called the codomain. When we are talking about the codomain, forget this entire thing. You do not have to remember the first thing at all. Okay, we are talking about the output. இப்போ இது input, இது output னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay, we are talking only about the output when we are talking about the codomain. Codomain is going to be all the elements in the set. Okay, forget what is there in the relation. So codomain is going to be every output, everything in the output. So what is my codomain going to be in this particular case? I'll erase this part. My codomain is going to be everything in the output. Codomain la I'm going to have Ali, Banu, Binoy, Chandra, and we are also going to include Divya. Okay, so this is going to be my codomain, and I see that range is a subset of codomain. Correct? Codomain la indu dana range varudhu. Range is a part of the relation. So range na you should always remember all permissible elements. Range and domain, always remember the word permissible. அப்படினா அர்த்தம் ரிலேஷன்ல இருக்கணும். It has to be there in the relation. When you talk about domain, it is going to be the x coordinate in the relation. When you talk about the range, it is going to be the y coordinate in the relation. When you talk about codomain, it is going to be everything in the y coordinate. Okay, y coordinate kadayadu. We are talking about this set, this particular set that is in the through the right side of the Cartesian product. Okay, so this is basics of relations. So let us solve some examples. You will understand more clearly. So first example 7. A 1 2 3 4 5 6. Define a relation R from A to A by R equals x comma y such that y equals x plus 1. Okay, so this is going called an arrow diagram. So we are going to learn this particular example and exercise, relations or examples and exercise using arrow diagram because it is very very convenient to understand. Okay, so I'm going to teach you with the arrow diagram. It will be very very useful for you in the exam. It will be very easy. Okay, so இப்போ y க்கும் x க்கும் ஒரு relation கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So I have y equals x plus y, and I also have relation R from A to A. So it is going to have all the elements in A, which is going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so இப்போ x ஓட values நான் போட I'm going to get the values of y. Correct? I'm going to substitute values for x. So I'll have x equals 1 2 3 4 5 comma 6. So what are my values of y going to be? So it is going to be x plus 1. So it is going to be 2 3 4 5 6 7. But I see that 7 is not in A. Correct? The relation is defined from A to A, which means when you are talking about A to A, this is going to be my x and this is going to be my y. We are talking about a relation. So y should also have the elements that are only in A, and I see that there is no 7. It ends with a 6. Correct? So I should not take this particular line. So this is going to be my arrow diagram. So arrow diagram எப்படி இருக்க போகுது? A to A, and these are going to be my values. So inside the arrow diagram, I'm going to draw 1 2 3 4 5 this side, and on the other side I'll have 2 3 4 5 6. I'll also have 1. Okay, let us write the 1 also. Okay, so A is going to have the elements 1 2 3 4 5 6. In the side of 1 2 3 4 5 6, but according to the relation we are only going to have these values. So when the value of x is 1, y is going to be 2. When the value of x is 2, it is going to be 3. x3 y4, x4 y5, x5 y6. Okay, so these are all going to be my values. So how am I going to write this? So I've depicted the relation using an arrow diagram. I'm going to write the relation now. So relation எப்படி இருக்க போகுது? The relation is going to look like this. So A cross A is going to look like according to the relation. So it is going to be 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 4 comma 5, and 5 comma 6. So these are my elements of the relation. இப்போ இதுவே வெறும் Cartesian product na I'll take 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, and 1 comma 6. But that we are not doing in this particular case. We are considering the relation and we are writing the Cartesian product. Okay, clear? Now they are asking us what the domain is, codomain is, and range is. So இப்போ domain na enna? Domain is going to be all the permissible elements of the relation in the x coordinate. So domain is going to be, I'll change the color, so it will be 1 2 3 4 5. So this is going to be my domain. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. இப்போ range enna? Range is going to be all the permissible elements in the y coordinate of the relation. So 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is going to be my range. So 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. They are asking for the codomain. Codomain na it is going to be everything that is in the output. Output la I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So for the codomain I am going to write everything. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so this is my input for example, and this is my output. This is the input. So x value I am getting y. So this is going to be my input and this is going to be my output. Okay, these are some easy names to understand. Okay, these are not the exact names. So enna exact names namak theriyum? This is the image. Okay, this is the pre-image, but this we'll learn later. Okay, just remember this. So this is the image and this is the pre-image. Pre-image na image ku munnadi, the one that is before the image. So it is going to be a pre-image. Okay, so these are all going to be my domain, range and codomain. Please copy.